Hi Crafty creators! Welcome back to Flosstube! As always, you guys are such genuine gems for joining me today. Thank you so much to all my returning subscribers and viewers for coming on back today. You guys absolutely make my day and warm my little heart every time you drop a cheeky little like or leave a comment downstairs so that we can have a chat. It really is my favorite thing ever. And of course, a huge hi, hello, how are you to everyone who might be new and have just found me today. I'm so glad you're here. I hope you like what you've seen so far and you've found a reason to stay and hang out with us. My name is Ms. Chloe, and this is my little corner of the internet where I get to share my cross-stitching journey with you guys. So today it is our 2nd October update because of course we had an extra update last week just to catch you guys up after I've been away for so long. So I haven't worked on a whole lot of things. It should just be a little tiny baby update, which is nice because sometimes a quick video is a good video, right guys? They can't all be long. So I worked on 2 projects in the last week and I'm going to share them with you. One is brand new. It's a new start. It's a test stitch for one of my new friends online, Rebecca, and I'm so keen to share that with you. And one is one that I have been busting my butt to catch up on. And I think you know who it is. So we're going to start with that one because I'm so excited to show it to you guys. Look at my study of skulls. It's so little and cute. Here's your close-up so that you guys can have a good look. This is the study of skulls from the Stitch Crypt. It is a current live stitch along. And I am working 1/1 on 32 count opalescent Sighton from Crafty. I am absolutely loving this micro stitch. I didn't think I would stick with it. I thought I would do like the first little bit and then change out, but I was wrong. I've fallen in love and it's just so sweet. It's such a great size. I like that I'm going to have a lot of fabric left over that I can do other things with, and also that it's only using 1 thread. So within this, I'm not getting the issues where my floss is twisting and when it's not laying properly and all of those sort of things I don't have to think about. So 1/1 has been a really lovely treat. So with the Stitch Crypt, you guys can see what it should look like versus mine. I've put 2 close-ups there for you. One is of what the pattern looks like as of filming, and one is of what I have done as of filming because she is very tiny. And unless you have me on full screen and you're sitting there like this, you probably won't be able to see her super well. So I thought I would just stick her up here for you as well. But I am really loving this. This is my first Stitch Crypt piece and it's currently up to release 5. I think by the time this video goes live, there will be part 6. So I am very, very behind, but part 1 is fully done. Part 2 is not started yet because I wanted to do this bloke. The little skull at the bottom was really satisfying. I liked that he faced me. I stitched that one through the 3 versions of Haunted Mansion that we have this month for fandom. So there was the Haunted Mansion, the original film, the Haunted Mansion that was released, I think it was this year? Yeah, this year. And the Haunted Mansion that was the Muppets version. And it was just enough time for me to do this little fellow with his happy, happy smile. So I felt like that was the perfect sort of fit. I am using this one for all of my Halloweeny prompts for fandom this month because it is a Halloweeny style stitch. I am really enjoying it. I am loving doing the little skulls. I filled them in. Although if you do have this piece, just be careful. Don't do a Chloe. Read everything. Read everything. So this is a pattern that has both symbols and numbers as symbols. So in my delirious movie watching state at ridiculous o'clock in the morning when I was watching the 3rd Haunted Mansion movie, I was like, cool, I'll fill in the little details on my skull. It'll look really great. The details are supposed to be in blank, so white. But the symbol for blank is 5. So my little Delulu brain went, oh yeah, thread number 5, I've got that. So It's been personalized. The white so far has been done in 5. It's still lighter, so it has decent contrast in person. It's not too bad. But obviously, learnt my lesson, paying attention for the rest of the project. Very important. Very important. I am really, really enjoying this one. I didn't think I would enjoy 32 count over 1 as much. I generally really like 28 over 1. I feel like that's really my jam. As you guys know, I am doing the scary sampler that way. She has not come out as yet this month, but I'm planning to bring her out. If I can get this guy caught up, that's my reward. I'm gonna go work on some scary sampler. But yeah, so I am halfway through. I think it's release 3 was the books. And I obviously need to fill in the skull with a little bit of black. So there's black in the eye sockets and in the nose, and there's black on the shelves and in the shading. So I'm leaving the black to do sort of last, because if that gets pulled through on a 1 over 1, that's not so great. And it's hard to get the little fuzzies out on this tiny, tiny count. But I am really loving it. As always, tips for doing 1 over 1 if anyone's new. If you've been here a while, skip through, it's okay. With 1 over 1, use shorter lengths of floss, because you don't need to go as far. You're not going to use anywhere near as much as you think. It's crazy. For opalescent, again, shorter lengths, it will shred your floss. Just be careful. And as always, watching your tension is a great tip. I have started watching my tension while doing the books and the little skull at the bottom here, and it is so much easier to get my needle through the back to finish the floss or start the floss if I need to than it was doing these top 2 guys. Loosening your tension is great. I know it's really tempting to pull through and make the stitches flat and really tight and beautiful, but your stitches can look really good with a little less tension, and you're going to be less stressed. Trust me on that one. So that's where she's up to. At the moment, I'm just trying to finish these bottom 2 releases here. So obviously the little skull, and then on top of the books, I think there's a frog and a little snake. So I'm going to try and put those in and be ready for the weekend. I can't wait to get the next part. I think we're going to start the 3rd shelf. I'm not sure. There is another skull up here and a vase on the top shelf. And then I believe there's a big potted plant that sort of hangs down and has danglies, so it'll mirror this top shelf a little bit, which I think is really sweet. I am looking forward to getting it and doing that one. But yeah, that's from the Stitch Crypt, and it's a current sale, so if you want to jump on and be part of it, you totally can. There's a Facebook group for it. It's a lot of fun. The other piece that I worked on in the last week that I have to share with you guys is a test stitch. This is the Terry Pratchett Discworld stitch from Eclectic Stitch Design. Here is your close-up. So because this is a test stitch, there is no cover image to put in a little while, but anyone that is familiar with Sir Terry Pratchett's work will know about Discworld and can quite clearly see that it is all the titles. So I don't have a lot left to put in. There are around 40 titles in this series, and I have been absolutely loving this one. So I started this one, I think I've worked on it for a total of 5 evenings, just on and off, and a little bit of lunch yesterday. I worked on it as well while I was at work, which was really nice. This has been a blast to stitch. So we've got full stitching in the middle there, and it's got Terry's name, of course, because that's important, and it's the same typeface as his books. So we've got Terry Pratchett written there, and then on the sides, they are not defined yet because I haven't done the back stitching, but we've got the Great Atuan, his elephants, and of course, the magical Discworld. So there's 2 copies of that, one on each side. They both face into Pratchett's name, which I think is really cool. And then using the 3 colors from the turtle, the elephants, and the water of the world, we have gone up and started putting in the names. So I'm almost done with the bottom section because it's just been easier to stitch. We do finish at Shepherd's Crown. That's the last book in the series. And then we work our way up. So Color of Magic will obviously go across the top with Light Fantastic. And I'm just really enjoying this one. I haven't done a lot of backstitch before or black work, and I haven't done a lot of typeface either. So I'm really enjoying being able to do this one and just sort of switch my brain off a little bit, doing letters in the backstitch format has been really soothing. Really soothing. I didn't think I would like words and letters and all of that sort of stuff, but I have loved this title. So this popped up on a Facebook group with, does anyone like Discworld? Test stitches wanted as like the thing. So of course I immediately wrote, I do. I'm currently reading Reaper Man. Please give me the pattern. And this lovely lady, she reached out. Her name is Rebecca. And she just said, yep, here you go. Here it is. You know, when I'm finished, she is also giving me another blackwork pattern of hers. So I'm going to stitch up a cute little dinosaur. He's really sweet. I'm so excited to do him as a reward for finishing this one. But this has been a really fun experience. I've test stitched for myself before, which, you know, is a little bit awkward, a little bit scary. You're kind of like, does this thing in my head actually work? It looks like it'll work, and you get through it and you go, no, that didn't feel right. I've got to change this, or I've got to change that. And then here's the final product. This I've had to report back to my new friend, and I'm sure that she's sick of hearing from me, because every time I work on it, I send her pictures and I'm like, look at the sock dirt. Or she'll contact me and go, hey, someone else has stitched a different part to what you've last stitched. Can you please amend blah, 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 and show me how it would look with a different color, a different section, that sort of stuff. So it's been a lot of fun to work with another designer and be able to see their vision come to life, but also have a part in it myself. For example, we don't have it on here as yet, but up here we're going to have the book title Eric, which if you've seen the Discworld books, Eric has Faust written and crossed out, and then it looks like he's written his own name over the top of it. So because on the official titles list it says Faust Eric, hers also said Faust Eric, and my brain couldn't quite gel with it. So I did reach out and I said, hey, not sure if you've actually seen a copy of this book, but Faust should be crossed out. How do you feel about me doing that? And she got really excited that I'd found something, and she was so keen to get the pattern updated. She immediately sent it through to me and she's like, here, I think this color for the cross out, blah, blah, blah. So it was really nice to see the things I've been doing be implemented and be really positively like taken on board as well. I really enjoyed like chatting with her and just her going, oh, that's a great idea. Yep, that's good. We've missed this. We want to change this. We want to do this. Like, she's just been so open and so chatty. I have really enjoyed working with her. And I hope that I get to test stitch for her in the future, because this has just been so much fun. And it's really funny too, because she said this was rattling around in her brain for a long time before she got it sort of sorted and lined up and had time to chart it. It's also been in my brain for a couple of years. So because there are 42 books in this set, it's quite a collection. And my dad and I used to always go to op shops and look for them. So he has the whole set minus about 5 books. And I have a small handful of like double copies that we found over time. And then as I became an adult, I was just like, I have money, what am I doing? So I started buying them new. I have 15 of, of the list. And I always thought that once I got my house organized, I would do a little display, and I wanted to stitch the order, the official reading order for the Discworld, and have it on display on my bookshelf, and then have all the books sort of next to it. And I've got a little elephant statue for the 5th elephant to put on the edge. If you know, you know. But now I don't have to design anything, because this wonderful human has done it for me. And I think it's the perfect size. We're only going to get one more line up here, and then it will be completely sized. So this is an 11-inch snap. So I think that sitting in a little frame in my bookcase is going to look really sweet. And then I can start piling all of my books from Color of Magic to Shepherd's Crown and just get them all nicely lined up. So that's where she's up to. That's where she's up to. I am very excited about this piece. I'm sure you can tell because I just keep talking. Very excited about this piece. I have, I think, 6 or 7 titles left to go, somewhere in that region. And then it will be backstitch time for our turtles and elephants. And then I can send photos up to Rebecca and get it completed. and then I can obviously frame it and look after it and things like that. So I'm very, very excited to get this one done. I think I can get this one done before I next see you. I don't think it'll be a challenge. It's a wonderful project for tired eyes and just being a little bit out of it. I have chosen to do mine on an 18 count Aida. It's just a plain white Aida, and I have done it as 2/1. So 2 threads over 1 square, and that includes our back stitch. So each piece I've done using 2 threads just to make it pop a little bit more, because I was quite worried the grey would get lost if I just did 1 strand. And I'm really, really happy with how it's looking. So I can't wait to share that with you guys next fortnight in our usual update. Okay, that's everything from me that I've worked on, because as I said, it's only been a week because I could not wait any longer to chat with you guys for this video, which is why you got one last week out of sequence on a random day. So worth it, so worth it. You guys have been so lovely. Thank you to everyone that reached out over on the socials to check up on me and make sure I'm doing okay. I promise I'm doing all the human things and I'm doing my best. But now that I am home, because I was away again last week, I was house sitting for my friends who went up to Bathurst. So someone needed to look after all of their animals and just sort of help out and be in house. So that was me, because I did promise earlier in the year. Now that I'm home, things are starting to settle. I'm starting to process everything that went on and happened, and just the care and compassion from this community has been insane and amazing. You guys have been so lovely, so lovely. So I just wanted to give you a big thank you, because it has meant the world to me to open my phone on a random morning. Someone's watched my video and they've reached out over on Instagram, and just let me know that they're thinking of me. They're sending my family love. You guys are truly, truly amazing human beings. And I'm so blessed that you found me and that you hang out with me, and that you care. And I'm getting emotional, so I need to stop talking, but please know that it really, really means the world. You guys have been absolutely fabulous, and I love it so much. I'm so blessed. In the next 2 weeks, I have big plans, because when do I ever make small plans? Girl, come on, that's not me. That's not me. So we're finishing Terry Pratchett. We're gonna catch up the study of skulls. We are going to work on Scary Sampler, because it's Halloween month. How do I not? Please. And I am planning to finish all of the movies for Team Mickey. I am currently watching Zombies, so that's where I'm up to, if you know the list from fandom. If you don't know about fandom and you want to, hit me up on socials. Come say hi. I will definitely point you to the group. It is a fun cross-stitch gaming group. They set you a challenge every week, and then they also set you monthly challenges, which include watching Disney films, because yes, I love that. And also like bigger stitch challenges, like do 1,000 stitches on a piece, do 800 stitches, do 300 stitches. They have all these different things and you can play, and I believe there's books as well, but I haven't got into that this year. It's just been a little bit chaotic. So I've worked with what I can, which is movies and prompts and sort of the normal monthly stuff. It's been so much fun. It's organized by my friend Sean, who is just fabulous. She's an absolute angel and she keeps things running. It's beautiful. It's lovely. So I'm gonna try and fill in as many things for that as I possibly can out of Study of Skulls and Scary Sampler. So I'm hoping to get work done on both of those so that I can share it with you in the next fortnight. I really, really hope that you guys have been keeping well and looking after yourselves, that you just have really, really good weeks. I think I've talked long enough, because I did only have the 2 projects to share with you. Hopefully next fortnight we have a lot more, because there will be many, many more days in between. So I'll have some things that I can work on and then share with you, which will be amazing. I can't wait to come back already and see you guys. But until then, of course, make sure to let me know what you're working on downstairs, because that's how I build my shopping lists. I talk to you guys. But until then, you guys stay safe, you be happy, and you craft something beautiful. I'll see you again real soon, crafty creators. Bye.